How developing technology has played an essential role in the use of analytics. I don't believe skill was or ever will be the result of coaches. It is a result of a love affair between the child and the ball. So said Roy Keane, an ex-Manchester United and Republic of Ireland hard-man midfielder. The 2012 Champions League final looked a bit of an oddity from the start. The biggest club game certainly in Europe and probably the world, although not the richest, now there's a great question for an end-of-season celebration, would be played not at a neutral venue, not even home and away over two legs. No, this sporting drama would take place at the home stadium of one of the competitors. The Alliance Arena is a splendid stadium, there can be no doubt about that. But as the home of Bayern Munich, who would be seeking to defeat Chelsea to lift the Champions League title, it threw a small but significant advantage to the German club. Still, since the venue for the final is decided well in advance, nothing could be done. Chelsea would also play the game without their iconic leader and outstanding centre-half John Terry, who'd need Barcelona's Chilean striker Alexis Sanchez off the ball during the semi-final. Although Bayern dominated the game and took the lead, Didier Drogba equalised for the English club and the game drifted into penalties. Chelsea's only previous Champions League final had ended in defeat on penalties against Manchester United. That was 4 years previously. But this time they were as prepared as they could be. Petr Cech was their keeper and he knew the favoured position each of the Bayern players would take with their penalties. "Cech guesses right again," said a commentator during that shootout. He was wrong. There was no guesswork involved. The Chelsea backroom team had gathered every piece of video footage they could, and there were lots even in 2012, researched every corner of soccer data to know where the Bayern players were likely to place their penalties. Remember also, this was a high-pressure situation. Psychologically, the best way to cope with such pressure is to follow normal procedures. Do what you normally do, muscle memory and all that. Bayern did, and Cech applied his knowledge of each player to choose the right direction to dive on each occasion. The shootout went to sudden death, with 6 penalties taken by each team. Cech saved 3, including the sudden death decider, and Chelsea won the Champions League for the only time in their history. Data analysis in action. Not, though, that it did much good for Chelsea's manager Roberto Di Matteo. The Italian is famously pictured mouthing, "I did it," to the London team's inscrutable Russian owner as he went to collect his medal. Roman Abramovich stares back expressionlessly, offering no more than a nod. No wild celebrations for him. Like many before and since, Di Matteo would be on his way a few weeks later. Even winning the Champions League seems not good enough for the billionaire oligarch. In fact, this was a pattern he was to repeat a number of times in the future. In 2015, in his second spell as Chelsea manager, Jose Mourinho was sacked just months after securing the Premier League title. Antonio Conte won the Premier League as well, but was on his way a year later despite winning the FA Cup that season. Maurizio Sarri secured the Europa League Cup in 2019, but had been replaced by the start of the following season. Now, whether Abramovich and his team employ analytics in sacking their managers is hard to say, but if so, they must apply different criteria to most. To return to Petr Cech, though, it was interesting to hear what he had to say afterwards. 6 penalties the right way and I saved 3, so basically the homework was very good. To pick on the fact that he, along with the goalkeeping staff and data scientists at the club, had employed analytics to work out where the Bayern penalty takers were most likely to place their kicks, indicates that this was a field that was still not commonplace in the game.